Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. First, top stories. Many people have been picked up. Many others continue fast protests demanding implementation of ILP at different places. And now the news in detail. Even though police have picked up many people who have been fasting demanding implementation of inner-line permit system in Manipur from the sites of protests, many other people are still continuing fast protests at different places. Those who have been picked up by the police are being looked after by medical staffs and child welfare committee at various places. On the other hand, the fourth round of talks between the JC-ILPS and the state government, which was expected to be held yesterday, has not materialized. And the fate of the talks or the future course of the JC-ILPS movement is still unknown. It is learned that the government has not informed the JC-ILPS on whether the two somewhat controversial points submitted by the Joint Committee to the government would exactly be incorporated in the new bill or not. Under the circumstances, it is difficult to say whether the bill could be introduced and passed in the Assembly on or before August 25th. Yet, Deputy Chief Minister Gaikangam had told media persons that even if it is not possible to introduce the new bill in the Assembly by August 25th, it would be introduced and passed within this month without fail. Police has picked up Thazaman B, who has been on a fast protest demanding implementation of ILPS in the state at Khongman Mangzil today. She has been watched over by Meira Paibis of Khongman Mangzil and volunteers of Oriental Club since the last 2 days. A pet dog lovingly brought up by Thazaman B also did not consume anything since she started the fast protest. Meanwhile, another person has continued the fast at the same site from today after Thazaman B was picked up by the police. The students' wing of JC-ILPS has strongly condemned what it called rude behavior of police personnel who were on duty at the RIMS hospital yesterday. The unfortunate scuffle that occurred at RIMS hospital yesterday between the police personnel and students should not recur in future. For this, the police personnel should be strictly instructed not to repeat such uncouth behavior in future by the Home Minister. If appropriate action is not taken up in time, the students' wing of JC-ILPS will launch intense agitation. This was informed in a press release by Media Coordinator of Students' Wing, Bizando. The press release further stated that the government should closely monitor so that such incident does not recur in future. The government is indulging in double speak and still keep postponing the deadline for introduction and passage of the bill. The health condition of the fasting protesters is deteriorating and the government is remaining as a mute spectator at this crucial juncture, which is highly condemnable, the students' wing stated. Bina Devi, who has been undergoing fast protests, has been picked up by police this morning. When police came to pick her up, the local residents resisted. On the other hand, Thaunauzam Sandip, a class 9 student from Nambol Kongkam Awanglekai, has carried on the fast protest at the same spot. The local residents are watching over the student to prevent from any untoward incident. Students of Lamidong Higher Secondary School and Desam Kakching Zonal Council jointly staged a sit-in demonstration at Lamidong Market, putting pressure on the demand for implementation of inner-line permit system in Manipur at once, punishment to the police personnel involved in the killing of Sapam Robin Hood, and to save the indigenous people of the state. Patsoi Part 4 Nupilup and Patsoi Taumang Rising Club jointly extended financial assistance to the JC-ILPS Medical Helpline for ILP movement. Malom Tulihal Apunba Meira Paibilup also extended financial assistance to the JC-ILPS Medical Helpline for ILP movement today. A subcommittee called Apunba Inner Line Permit Demand Committee NLKS has been formed by the clubs, committees, organizations and Meira Paibi organizations located in the areas of Narimthong, Laisham Laikai, Kolem Laikai, Samusang and Yaipa Laikai during a joint meeting held at the community hall of LKS LDC Narimthong Laisham Lairak. The committee will further extend full support to the agitations launched by the JC-ILPS. On the other hand, the subcommittee strongly condemned the brutal beating of 4 persons said to have locked the offices of DC Imphal West and other offices in the area by police. Samom Sunil Kumar alias Nanau, who was injured in his right eye during the ILP movement, is stated to be convalescing. Manipuri Association, Northeast India Assam Zone, extended financial assistance of 7,000 rupees to Nanau. A one-day awareness program organized by Oko Trust, Langmaidong and Elangbam Tondonbi Singh Memorial Trust, Hyanglam Awanglekai under the aegis of District Legal Services Authority Thoubal was held at Arong Community Hall. Chairman of District Legal Services Authority Thoubal S. Imocha, member of Gram Panchayat of Arong Nomaikong, N. Sanatomba and Executive Director of Oko Trust, Ngoba also took part in the awareness program. Ningthaukhong Public Development Committee Bishnupur Assembly Constituency staged a sit-in demonstration at Ningthaukhong Market and also took out a procession demanding implementation of inner-line permit system at the earliest in Manipur. The 132 by 33 kV substation located at Kelzang in Churachandpur district will be shut down from 7 am to 11 am on August 25th. Deputy General Manager of MSPCL Substation Division H. Shantikumar informed in a press release that power will not be available during this period in the areas covered by the substation. All Manipur Mantripukri ILPS Demand Committee has stated in a press release that those who challenge the movement of ILP must not be taken lightly. A meeting held on August 21st has deliberated on the issue of saving the indigenous people of Manipur, stated the committee. Since the condition of the landslide on National Highway 29 at Phesima in Nagaland has become worse, the authority has informed all concerned not to ply any vehicle on the stretch of the highway. According to reports received from the BRO personnel who are engaged in restoration work on the highway, the landslide has badly affected more than 100 meters stretch of the highway. A number of vehicles, including loaded trucks on both sides of the caved in stretch, have been stranded. About 10 houses built on the roadside have been reportedly swept down by the mudslide. A passenger bus from Manipur and an excavator belonging to the BRTF have also slipped down the gorge in the mudslide. However, no casualty has been reported. At present, cleaning the mud and rocks on the highway has been going on in full swing along with the villagers of Phesima. As of now, a new footpath has been formed through the fields. Cadets of NCC and volunteers of NSS are helping the cleaning work. Ex-MLA of Thamoiban Assembly Constituency K.S. Joy Kishan today extended financial assistance to Wheeler Laimapopam, a staffer of Huyen Lanpao who was assaulted by police in front of the office building of the newspaper on the night of August 17. Speaking to media persons at the residence of Wheeler at Wangkai Ningthem Pukrimapan, Joy Kishan said not only beating the unarmed civilians by police but also journalists should be condemned by the people of Manipur and all Manipur Working Journalists Union too. He further said police beat them brutally even though the media persons showed their identity cards as journalists. It stands condemned in the strongest term. Such incident has not happened anywhere in the world that journalists have been beaten up mercilessly despite revealing their identities, he added. What necessary action would be taken up against the police personnel by the authority concerned is to be watched and awaited, he added.
Achumaran Karaibuk Togivese, Handoki Toksina, Mayam the Saki Oishunu, Aduga, Lady Policy Officers in a Su, Akoigi. Magi Makadan Riba subordinate officers around but have a matter of the Madu cooperate, Taude have say, Handaki police forces in a Handaki Toxin Lip Oceanoina, I may have among the countries.
Convener of Information Technology Cell BJP Manipur Pradesh, Kongkham Robindro distributed rice to the flood-affected residents of Samusang Shantipur in Mayang Imphal Assembly Constituency today. K. Robindro said the distribution of rice has been arranged from his side personally to help the flood-affected people to a certain extent, which he learned that the government has not extended any kind of help to the suffering people so far.
I'm ready.
Telero.
Editor car late.
Some say hujik pudi perfectly straight ado kankhar kandadi freezy.
Relax. Perfectly straight. Aina semi anauba Sunsilk perfectly straight with straight lock technology maramdi. Some kankraba matung dasu align straight oina laina bagidamo.
Wow, hujik su straight oirina.
Straight and gorgeous. Sunsilk perfect straight. Lock tobu, rock tobu.
And now let's move on to the national and international news. After going through several now-on, now-off moments, the NSA talks between India and Pakistan were finally called off on Saturday, with both sides sticking to their positions. In a late-night statement, the Pakistan Foreign Office said it has come to the conclusion that the NSA talks would not serve any purpose if conducted on the basis of two conditions, laid down by India, a clear signal calling off the talks. In reply, India's External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Vikas Swarov tweeted, Pakistan's decision is unfortunate. India did not set any preconditions. The US has said it was disappointed that the proposed talks between the national security advisors of India and Pakistan has been called off. We are disappointed the talks will not happen this weekend and encourage India and Pakistan to resume formal dialogue soon, State Department spokesman John Kirby said yesterday. The spokesperson, however, said the constructive interaction between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in Ufa, Russia, was encouraging. We were encouraged by the constructive interaction between the leaders of India and Pakistan earlier this year at Ufa, particularly the announcement of dialogue between the country's national security advisors, Kirby said. The first ever NSA-level talks was agreed upon in July in Ufa during a meeting between the Prime Ministers of India and Pakistan. 3 terrorists were killed today in an encounter with the army in Kupwara district of North Kashmir. The encounter began last night after troops launched a search operation in Kumher Force of Hanwar Tehsil, 100 kilometers from Srinagar, following information about the presence of the terrorists, an army official said. 3 terrorists have been killed while 1 soldier has sustained injuries during the operation, the official said. He said the identity and group affiliation of the terrorists is being ascertained. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh on Saturday said terrorism was a major concern not only for India alone but for the entire international community. I don't think that there are 2 different views on this issue. As far as terrorism is concerned, I think it is not only India which is concerned on the issue. The entire international community is concerned, Mr. Singh said at an event in Lucknow. We have not been able to control terrorism. I am talking about the international community cannot control it. We have more problems due to our neighboring country, he said. Mr. Singh said Atal Bihari Vajpayee used to say, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi was also of the view that India should maintain good relationship with its neighbors. We made our intentions clear by inviting premiers of all the neighboring countries, he said, while referring to oath ceremony of Modi government. He said the amount of ceasefire violation by Pakistan was done, which is a matter of serious concern for the government. Union Minister V.K. Singh's daughter Mrinalini has joined the ongoing protests for the one rank, one pension at Delhi's Jantar Mantar. A group of ex-servicemen had been holding relay hunger strike over the implementation of the scheme for more than 2 months. I have joined this as the daughter of a former army man, Ms. Singh told news agency ANI. I personally feel that OROP should be implemented as soon as possible. The protest over OROP has escalated on Independence Day as the expected announcement of the scheme during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech from the Red Fort did not materialize. At least 50 bodies were retrieved from buildings leveled to the ground after Syrian army missiles hit residential areas in the rebel-held northeast of Damascus on Saturday, rescue workers said. They said more bodies were believed to be under the rubble of buildings occupied by dozens of families in the city of Douma, about 15 kilometers northeast of Damascus, with dozens of victims taken to field hospitals, many seriously wounded. Rescue workers said 20 bodies were identified. Further, 32 victims remained unidentified and the toll was expected to rise as civil defense workers step up the search amid the rubble of the 4 multi-story buildings that were directly hit. Before we close, the top stories once again. Many people have been picked up. Many others continue fast protests demanding implementation of ILP at different places. That's all for now and keep watching ISTV News Update.